This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 18 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence. This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome to Terre Haute, Indiana at Hulbert Arena, home of the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology and Franklin College. The ladies have come in and will take on Rose-Hulman in a second-place game in the HCAC. It's on the line tonight, and we've had to move some things, so just making sure everything's going. Hello, everyone. I'm Herb King. Troy Fears is alongside me this evening, and we're going to have a great time bringing you basketball. Had a delay in what's going on, so we just got on the air, and we'll have the start of this ball game somewhere near 9 o'clock this evening. So I know it's going to be a late one. We're going to have a great time. Two good ball clubs coming into this one, both 3-1 in the HCAC. Rose-Hulman comes in with a 5-4 record. Again, 3-1 in the HCAC. Franklin at 4-6, but they're also 3-1 in the HCAC. This is a big ball game for both these teams.
It really is, and when you look at both teams on paper, Herb, you can tell how evenly matched they are as far as their scoring goes, rebounds, steals, those types of things. It's going to be a good, tough matchup tonight. You know, the first game after the winter break, Rose-Hulman has won, their last 3 games, but hasn't played since December the 15th. So, both teams haven't played in a couple weeks, so that's going to be interesting to see here, again, in a late-night version of women's college basketball here. It's going to be, obviously, these young kids, they're used to staying up late, and they're going to be good to go until midnight or so, I'm sure. But it's going to be a battle.
It's where the battle's going to be is tomorrow morning in our regular jobs. We're going to go, wow, what a game last night was.
Right. So hopefully it won't go into overtime, but I do think it's going to be an exciting game and like I said, evenly matched for both squads.
Well, the men got underway at about 7:30 in Franklin, and they're just about ready to finish. When I last saw, Rose-Hulman trailed by 10. But for the women's team, again, both of these teams come in 3-1. For Rose-Hulman, that's a big thing. This is a huge ball game. Last year, Rose-Hulman took it on the chin. The ladies did. The year before, took it on the chin, big time. And all of a sudden, Rose-Hulman has picked up several athletes, several players. They've started to gel. Things have started to look pretty good. They've won several ball games, and again, 3 in a row in the conference. Their last 2 losses were to nationally ranked teams.
Yeah.
So they're not afraid of anybody, but at the same time, they're playing very well.
They are, and anytime you can get 3 players to average double digits, in points scored, which Rose-Hulman has right now, you're distributing the ball well, and they're playing well as a team. They're a young team as well, Rose-Hulman. Now, Franklin, on the other hand, they've got a lot of players. I think I counted 17 on the roster compared to 10 that Rose-Hulman has. So Franklin likes, and they like to play a lot of players. You're going to see, 8, 9, 10 girls from Franklin getting some quality playing time tonight. They like to shuffle them in and out. So it's going to be interesting to see how Rose-Hulman reacts to that, and again, how their top 3 scorers and the team overall can keep it together tonight.
Well, the big change has been when Rowan Hine was inserted into the lineup after she had her injury at the start of the year. They had to wait till she got healthy. She got healthy, and all of a sudden, when she got healthy, Rose-Hulman got healthy.
Yeah.
And everything kind of circles around her. Not only does she score well, but Rowan just passes the ball well, controls the tempo of the ball game, and does a lot of things that Coach John Prevost really wants to see on the floor, and just how she handles herself. And with the ball distribution and being able to do those things, she's been a huge asset to Rose-Hulman basketball here to start the season.
She has. She averages just over 14 points per game, and she's only a sophomore. Like I said, that part of that young nucleus, but she plays like she's a lot older than that, and she's definitely the team leader when it comes to distributing the ball and kind of leading the team, and how they go is how Rowan goes, and so far she's been doing well this early in this season.
Again, it's Franklin College coming into play against Rose-Hulman in HCAC women's basketball action. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And again, we want to thank the Indiana Army National Guard for helping us sponsor sports, especially here at Rose-Hulman, given the opportunity to see what's going on again tonight. Rose-Hulman's taking on Franklin in women's basketball. Jamie Baum has been the other player that's really, and I'm going to say, had great ball games. She's averaged a double-double the last 3 ball games, which Rose-Hulman has won. Her outside shooting, those kinds of things have really helped on. She's one of the players that's averaging double figures, along with Jordan Barlow. You put those 3 in, Hine, Barlow, and Baum, those 3 averaging double figures. But really, Jamie Baum's had an outstanding start to her HCAC season.
Yeah, she's had 7, I believe, double-digit, games coming into tonight, and she averages over 10 rebounds a game in the last 3 contests, as you mentioned, the last 3 which Rose-Hulman won, and they're going to need to do that again tonight. Franklin is a little bigger team, not much, but just a little bit, and again, when you look at the stats and compare both teams, you do see that Franklin has the edge in rebounds per game by 3 or 4, and that's something that Rose-Hulman is going to have to work on tonight as far as maintaining those rebounds, and especially the offensive side of the ball. If they can get those offensive rebounds and get those putbacks, they'll have some success.
And really, it's a different style from the last couple years. If you're familiar with what's going on here, a much different style. They're a lot freer and easier to shoot the basketball outside. I think they're better shots outside. They don't pound it in as much. They spread the floor a little bit better, a little more patience in what's going on, but at the same time, able to pull the trigger whenever they want to. And it's a little different style than what Coach John Prevost had offensively. Defensively, it's the same things. They're playing help side defense, really going at it very hard. They cause problems for the other team scoring the basketball, and they really cause all kinds of turnovers out in front, which help lead to points at the other end. But offensively, it's been a much more free and open flow to the game, and a lot more fun to watch and a lot higher scoring ball game. That's why you have 3 players in double figures, but everybody else is still playing and scoring as well.
Yeah, and, Coach Prevost's been around long enough to know how to, work with the talent that he's got, and he clearly sees that, and that's working for them. You mentioned turnovers, and that's another thing that Franklin is prone at. They do have a lot of turnovers, and you're going to need Rose-Hulman tonight to kind of create those turnovers on the defensive end, which we know they can do. And then again, if they can capitalize on that and score some points on the offensive end, it's going to be a good night for Rose-Hulman. But as we mentioned at the very beginning, it's going to be a close matchup, and these 2 teams are battling for second place in conference. And this is a big conference game here right after the new year, and we'll see where there's still obviously a lot of games to be played, but this is a big one right off the bat.
For those of you who don't understand the way the conference's tournament takes place, the top 6 teams play.
Correct.
The top 2 teams get byes, and the winning team of the regular season hosts. So there is something to be said for second place. Even if you don't win it in the regular season, you still get that bye with an opportunity to play in the quarterfinals. And so you don't have to play 3 games to win. You'll have to play 2.
Right.
So it is a big deal to come in second place. It's really not much different than first place other than you don't get to host.
Yeah. And it's going to be tough for anybody to catch Transylvania this year. They're 4-0 in the league, 11-0 overall, and ranked in the top 10 coming into this week. So they're going to be tough, and they are tough.
But at the same time, both of these teams played them pretty tough. Franklin within 10, Rose-Hulman the same thing. So both of these teams are pretty evenly matched. When you said that earlier, that evenly matched idea really is true. The 2 leading scorers for Franklin, Destiny Cross, senior 6 feet 2 inches tall. Also Jessica Nix, she's a senior at 5'10". Both of those young ladies average at 11.6 and 11.2 per game, and they lead in most categories. The rest of Franklin's roster scores as well, so they're very deep as well. You see a lot of players play, and that first and second unit are just as important as the starters. So whoever substitutes in is going to have the same ability to shoot and do it's not just a 1 or 2 person team, both of these.
And if I remember last year's Franklin team and in the years past, they like to shuffle in, 4 or 5 at a time. It's not just 1 or 2 players. It's similar to hockey. We're going to get a whole new shift,
new line shift
coming in every couple minutes, and it's different, but it works for them. And we'll see how the flow of the game goes tonight if they do the same thing.
Well, again, we apologize for the late start. Franklin wasn't able to show up until about 7:30. It was really close to that when they showed up. So actually, it was after that. It was almost 8 o'clock. And when that all took place, again, we're looking at starting close in 2 minutes. We'll have the national anthem and starting lineups and get those kinds of things taken care of. But we are going to play basketball. The game was not canceled. That's a good thing for both of these squads. They want to play it. It's a big deal for both of them. Let's let the game be determined on the court and do the right things that way. And we're really happy to bring you this action. Again, sponsored by the Indiana Army National Guard. We're at Rose-Hulman, and it's Franklin taking on Rose-Hulman here in women's basketball HCAC action. We'll pause and be right back for the starting lineups for both these teams. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in Central and West Central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 Crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic cream cheeseburger.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, and for Franklin College, Destiny Cross is not starting, and she's not in the lineup that way, so that's going to be a big change for them as we anticipated that. But going in for Rose-Hulman, again, it'll be Rowan Hine, and we have number 21 is Barlow, 23 is Baum, 33 Jester, and number 50 is Rose Burnham. And again, Rose-Hulman will start what is a traditional lineup for them, at least for this year. They've been able to really play very effectively at the start of ball games. We'll see if they can get out to a good quick start this time as well. Stepping into the circle for Franklin is Jasmine Walker, as she'll freshman from Jeffersonville, Indiana. Tip is up and controlled by Franklin. Baker with the basketball. Again, that solid defense by Rose-Hulman. You'll see the man pressure all the way across the court. Doing a very nice job in hedging on those screens are the ladies. Bruner with the drive, and she'll pull it back out to Baker. Feed down on the inside, and it's stolen away. Walker couldn't handle the basketball, and it's picked up by Rowan Hine. Hine with the ball,
nice
driving to the top of the key, almost turned over.
Did almost turn that over, Herb. You're exactly right. Nice pass down low. Easy bucket there by Jordan Barlow. Like to see that early in the ball game for the Engineers.
O'Day feeds down inside to Walker. Puts the shot up, no good. Rebound to Hines. She'll travel with it, and only because she fell over her own player. Good hustle by the ladies on this one. Both sides, everybody on the floor after the ball. Turnover will give the ball back to the Lady Grizzlies.
Both teams playing hard and quick here in this first minute of action.
Baker will trigger the ball inside. Ball's up, and shot is partially blocked by Burnham on the inside. And the Engineers in the attacking zone. Shots up and good by Jordan Barlow. 4-0. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
4-0 Jaden Barlow. Nice shooting early for Jaden. And just excellent defense here by Rose. Nice switch there by Barlow. Causing the, tipped it out. If they keep this defense up, it's going to be a long night for Franklin.
It's the normal pressure that they've shown all year. Grizzlies with the ball. Again, trailing 4-0 to Rose-Hulman. Baker with the drive. She'll kick it back outside to Bruner, who puts the shot up, doesn't get it to go. The rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. Jamie Baum with the board, crosses center court line and gives it up to Jester. Feed down inside to Hine. Pump fake, gets the shot up and in. Rowan Hine with 2 points. It's 6-0 Rose-Hulman.
You know, it is cold outside, Herb, but it is hot in here tonight for Rose-Hulman early.
They're heating it up. Open shot outside, and they left her open, and Kayla Bruner makes them pay with a three-point basket. It's 6-3.
Knew that was a matter of time for Kayla.
Kind of surprised that Hine didn't take that one down inside. Stolen away. Nice play on the inside by Jasmine Walker. She tipped it away, but stolen right back by Hine. Rowan with the drive. She'll pull it back up. Looking for a cutter. Gets Burnham on the cut. Got it up and in. Rose Burnham and the assist to Rowan Hine.
Rose Burnham stayed with that play and was in great position to make that cut. Found her and got her first 2 points of the game.
Again, Franklin in the attacking zone and solid defense by Rose-Hulman. They really have only let them have one open look. And that's a really nice hard drive by Jessica Nix as she puts that one in. A really good crossover move, and it's 8-5.
Yeah, Jessica Nix has done that move before. You could tell, the Martinsville, Indiana native. There's Barlow again with another putback.
Rose Burnham was the one that caught that one in stride and laid it in. Hine couldn't get the three. And again, it's 10-5. Rose-Hulman has scored possession after possession on the offensive side. That one off the putback by Burnham. Hard drive, and there it is again. That's a really good hard take by Kayla Bruner. And she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Bruner is obviously a little quicker than Rose Burnham, and so Burnham has to kind of be aware of that and be careful. That's obviously that's the first foul of the game, but you don't want to be in foul trouble early for Rose Burnham.
10-6 is the score as she puts the first free throw in, and we want to thank Crane Credit Union, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Labor Link, Lynn's Pharmacy, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive for sponsoring this evening's ball game here at Rose-Hulman. Rowan Hind with the basketball to Burnham. And again, good ball movement. Nice trigger on the inside. Shots up and didn't get the foul call either was Jordan Barlow as she had it deep and a lot of body contact, but she couldn't draw the foul. With the drive for Franklin, and the shot going up in the corner is Bailey Gibson. Couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes out. Fought for. Held ball. Possession arrow favors Rose-Hulman.
Nice scrappy play there.
5:45 left to go in the first period. It's 10-6. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Substitution in as we have Myra Randolph coming into the ball game for Rose-Hulman, along with number 40, and that's Allie Foltz. Full court pressure being applied by the Grizzlies.
Token pressure there to get the ball in. Now let's see if Rose-Hulman works their offense.
Nice pass inside. Foltz with the shot, and when she comes in, Foltz has been able to score on a consistent basis when we've watched her. It's 12-6, Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Well, Foltz was in perfect position, and we've seen that quite a bit tonight for a few of the Rose Engineers. Right there near the basket.
With the drive, kick out, shot open in the corner, up and no good. Rebound comes out to Kaylin Jester. Quick move up front is Jamie Baum to Jester. Feed down inside to Foltz, tied up. They're going to call it held ball. Possession arrow favors the Grizzlies. And with that, we'll have a timeout called on the floor. We'll take one as well. 4:56 left to go in the first period. It's 12-6.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
The Big Finish sales event is on now at York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Choose from over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles today. This month only, lock in 0% financing and no payment for 90 days. New Jeep Cherokee as low as $229 per month. New Ram 1500, $359 per month. Or sell us your vehicle for top dollar. Unwrap the savings at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
And we want to thank York Automotive, their transportation specialists with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Kicked. Possession arrow, and again, it's Franklin Lady Grizzly basketball on the inbounds. Libby Baker will step up to try to throw this one inbounds. A lot of substitutions, as you said earlier. Shelby Anderson with the basketball. Kicks it back out and around. They'll give it up to Sarah O'Day. O'Day, cross court to Hanauer. Hanauer with the spinning drive on the inside. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out. Fought for and picked up by Jamie Baum. Baum, cross court pass and stolen away. Nice play by Baker. Libby has it. She'll pull it up and set it up for Franklin. Over the left side, three-point shot up and no good by Sarah O'Day. And Rose-Hulman will walk the ball up the floor.
Yeah, Jamie Baum, I like the way she handles the ball. She has the ball right now, 23 in the bottom of your screen. Does not play like a freshman.
Shots up and no good. Rebound, and it's fought for, picked up by the Grizzlies. Lead pass, and they'll get it up and try to set the offense. Baker with it.
Grizzlies with a much smaller lineup on the floor right at the moment.
With the drive, shots up and no good by Bailey Gibson. And the rebound comes out to Kaylin Jester. Pass, turnover again, and that'll be Franklin basketball. About 3 turnovers in a row for Rose-Hulman there. That's very uncharacteristic.
It is uncharacteristic, especially when they started as as well as they did at the beginning of the first quarter. Those first 3 or 4 minutes, they were pretty hot. But Franklin is not hot. They're shooting a chilly 22% from the field here in this quarter.
Well, you've got to have open looks, and right now Rose-Hulman has really stymied their ability to see the basket.
That's exactly right. Good pressure defense by Rose, and Franklin does not move as much as I think you would like to see them.
Shot up, no good. Rebound comes out to Loudon. Loudon gets it up, and again, nothing's going to fall right now for the Grizzlies. Hind with the drive, feed down inside. That's a pretty play and an assist to Hind. Barlow scores it easier. Her third basket of the evening. It's 14-6. Rose-Hulman with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, Barlow leading all scores with 6 and just getting some easy buckets for Rose so far in this first quarter.
And challenging defensively as well. Loudon into the ball game and with the basketball. And again, multiple players for Franklin. Rose-Hulman's keeping a pretty consistent group, but really causing all kinds of troubles. Tough shot clock violation on Franklin. Rose-Hulman takes possession.
Yeah, again, excellent defense there by Rose-Hulman. Franklin was able to get a shot, but did not hit the rim, so the shot clock went down, and Rose-Hulman takes possession here with 2 minutes to go, up 14-6 in this first quarter.
Rowan Hind with the basketball, trying to set the offense. Looking to the backdoor cut. They got it. Shot up and in, and she scores it. Kaylin Jester off the assist from Rowan Hind. Score the basket. She'll go to the line.
Beautiful play by Kaylin Jester, the junior out of Minnesota, New Brighton, Minnesota. I wonder if Kaylin thinks it's cold outside. I wonder what the coldest.
I will tell you, I was talking to one of the Rose students outside, and I'm like, so where are you from? She's like, Arizona. We don't have weather like this in Arizona. She just kept going, it is cold. It's cold everywhere except here. And as Rose-Hulman is just torrid right now from the field, it's 17-6. Rose-Hulman with an 11-point lead. 2 minutes left to go in the first period.
Yeah, with Jester being from Minnesota, she probably thinks it's a balmy day here in the Wabash Valley. It's I think it was 20 degrees when I drove in about an hour ago.
With the drive inside and stuffed by Jamie Baum. Shot just rejected, and it went off the Franklin player out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball. Full court pressure being applied. Baum will bring the ball up. Looking inside, they'll feed it down in again. Shots up and good by Jordan Barlow as she is having a tremendous night. And I believe that's 19-6, Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Yeah, and Franklin just does not have an answer so far for that down low pass on the blocks for Rose-Hulman, and they're just getting some easy buckets here in this first quarter.
Turnover again, gives the basketball up, and Myra Randolph will bring it up and set the offense for the Fighting Engineers. With the drive, shots up and good, a floater by Jamie Baum, and she scores. It's 21-6. Rose-Hulman with the lead, 1 minute left to go in the first period. 1 minute. Looking, almost double dribbling the basketball. They'll feed it down inside to Walker. Shot goes up and arrives. Turnover out the open court. Baum with the ball. Drives, shoots, doesn't get it to go. Rebound to Hind. Kicks it up to Randolph, and they'll call a traveling violation. That was awful good offense except for the travel. A lot of fun watching Rose-Hulman play off that turnover. Yeah. 21-6, 37 seconds left to go in the first period.
Baum tried to get the foul. Didn't quite happen, then Rose just couldn't quite get the shot off, but almost another turnover there for Franklin. So far, Rose has 5 turnovers in this first quarter. Franklin has 3.
Well, early in the season, we were listening to coaches talk about Rowan Hine. They said just wait till she's able to play and we'll see what happens. And the Division I transfer has had a tremendous impact on Rose-Hulman's offense, not just from the scoring aspect, but as you've seen, several assists in this one. 8 seconds left to go in the first period. Hine, she'll drive. She'll take it to the basket, and she shoots it, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the line. 2.5 seconds left to go on the clock.
There was question whether, she's going to get 2 shots for sure, but she was pleading the case to the official that she was going up, which she was, to shoot. But I think Rowan was a little unsure. But
21-6. Hine gets the first free throw. Again, 2.5 seconds left to go here in the first period. You want to thank the Crane Credit Union, Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Labor Link, Lynn's Pharmacy, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive, all for sponsoring this evening's ball game. That shot at half court doesn't go, and we'll go to period number 2. It's Rose-Hulman 23, Franklin 6.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave some.
23-6, and 23 points in 1 quarter for Rose-Hulman. That's a huge amount of scoring for the Fighting Engineers as they take that lead at the end of the first period.
Just real quick, they were 10 of 14, 71% in that first quarter field goal. They only shot 1 3-pointer, Rose did, and they were 0 for 1, but overall a fantastic quarter.
Rowan Hine misses a shot in the corner as Franklin College went to a 2-3 zone, and they're having trouble. The ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball. Team rebound there.
Herb, and speaking of rebounds, Rose-Hulman led that first quarter, 14 rebounds to Franklin's 5.
Well, and you can tell it's just a domination right now in the first quarter. Jester will drive, kicks it outside over Hine, open for 3, puts it up, doesn't get it, tipped out. That's a solid hustle play. It's going to be a foul called on Jamie Baum, but really good hustle play. She went after the ball quite well, just went through somebody's back. Again, that has to be the best quarter that Rose-Hulman's played maybe all year, as 23 points on the board, but more importantly, 6 points given up defensively.
Exactly.
Caused all kinds of problems for Franklin College. Again, another great job on a defensive block out that time by Jordan Barlow as she draws the foul on Jasmine Walker on that play underneath.
Yeah, anytime you can hold the team to 6 points in a quarter, I don't care what level you're playing at, that's a good defensive effort.
You should be leading. Jester feeds it up. Baum hits the 3-pointer. Jamie Baum for 3, and it's 26-6.
Rose, first 3-pointer of the night.
Hine with the rebound.
Heads up. We got numbers.
Goes there, feeds, down inside. Baum with the shot, doesn't get it to go. Tipped around, fought for, and picked up by the Grizzlies. O'Day travels, kicks it back outside to Baker. And it wasn't O'Day, by the way. That was Barnes in.
What?
Traveling violation will give the ball back to Rose-Hulman as they say Maddie Barnes, the freshman from Indianapolis, traveled with the basketball. Another substitution, Avery Phelps, the first time we've seen Avery into the ball game, a 6'2 freshman from Louisville, Indiana, is into the ball game. 26-6, a 20-point Rose-Hulman lead in the second period.
I think Barnes makes the 10th Franklin Grizzly in the ball game.
Bomb to Jester for the bomb. She can't get it up and in, and the rebound comes out to Franklin College. With the drive, almost turned it over, and the shot up outside by Nick. She can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Rose Burnham. Rowan Hine to Jester. Jester will drive. Now she'll pull it up. Give it up to Hine. Hine with a crossover. She'll drive. Has an open look. Bomb for three. Got it. Jamie Bomb for three.
It's a nice stroke there by Jamie. Set up at the top of the key. Franklin's going to learn real quick. You cannot leave her open like that.
29-6, Rose-Hulman with the lead. 7 minutes left to go here in the second period. Feed on the inside, and it's stuffed. Rose Burnham with the block on the inside as she was able to stop Avery Phelps' shot. And again, Rose-Hulman playing very good defense. They're up by 23 here in the second period.
Yeah, Burnham with the block, and then Barlow was right there to grab the ball and cause the jump ball, which goes to Franklin.
Trying to put the ball inside. They weren't able to do it. Good ball rotation, but solid defense. There's solid defense by Rose-Hulman. They're all over it. Baker with it. She'll drive and throws it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Bomb. Now loose ball ensues. Picked up by Hine. Hine in the open court. 2-on-1. Pass inside. Jester couldn't handle the pass. Now she'll feed it inside, and they'll get the foul called as Barlow went up, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
I tell you, I love the way these ladies get down the floor, Herb. And again, that was way, the ball was way ahead, but Barlow was trailing and never gave up on it and was right there to get the foul called.
Well, they consistently look for the trailer, that trail cutter, which a lot of times is open. Barlow got it that time. She misses both the free throws, but a really nice play. She just didn't get the finish.
Yep.
29-6. Again, a 23-point lead for Rose-Hulman with 6:30 left to go in the second period. Outside, they'll give it up to Bailey. Over to Baker. Looking at that cross court. They'll give it up again. A three-point shot is up and no good. And rebound up, and it's blocked. Jester with the block, and a foul called off the rebound as Hine was taking the basketball towards the other end, and she's fouled. Rose-Hulman will have possession of the basketball in the backcourt. That was really, I'm not going to say a smart foul, but that stopped a fast break opportunity for Rose-Hulman.
It did. It was kind of a frustration foul, I believe. Franklin is yet to score in this quarter. But you're right, it stopped a fast break, and let's see if Rose can set up their offense and get another bucket here.
Feed inside to Fultz. Now back outside. Bomb for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Hine. Rose-Hulman with another quality rebound. Hine pumps. She'll try to pull up. Almost traveled with it. Gives it back up. Hine pump. Pulls up. Had an arm hit, but no call. She'll put it up again. Gets it. Rowan Hine just stays with it. Gets the basket. It's 31-6. Rose-Hulman. Franklin with the basketball. Libby Baker in the front court. To O'Day, back to Baker. To O'Day. They're trying to feed the ball inside. Pump and drive in there. They're not going to give her the call. They don't give it there either. Wow. Tipped around and picked up by Jordan Barlow, and Rose-Hulman is on the break again. Feed down inside. Fultz pulls it back out to Jester. Cross court. Almost threw it away to Hine. Back inside to Fultz. She'll put it up. Doesn't get it. Rebound. And then they'll get the shot up. And she'll go to the line. And that's Jamie Baum, it looked like. And a timeout's been called. We'll take one as well. It's 31-6. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And we want to thank our transportation specialist for Indiana Sports Network. That's York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. For team stats, when we're looking at those kinds of things, again, field goal percentage, Franklin has shot 2 out of 26 shots. And they've made 2 out of 26. Rose-Hulman 13 out of 23. So you're looking at field goal percentage, 56% for Rose-Hulman, 7% for Franklin. And the only place that Rose-Hulman's really not done well is at the line. They've just missed their 3rd free throw.
Yeah, the 3rd in a row, I believe.
So free throw percentage has not been good, just at 50%, as Barlow got down 1 out of those 2 shots. It's 32-6, Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Well, again, they were so hot that first quarter, at, shooting at 71%. They really knew they had to come back down a little bit here in this second quarter, and they have. But fortunately for Rose, or unfortunately for Franklin, they have not gotten any better in this second quarter. They are still scoreless at 6 points, and Rose has the largest lead of the game at 26 points.
26-point lead. There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Rose Burnham with the basketball, turns, looks at it. Baum for 3! Jamie Baum hits another 3-pointer. It's 35-6.
It's Jamie to double digits at 11.
Again, there's an open look for 3 and not able to find anything with it. Rebound to Rowan Hine. Hine tries to feed it, picked up by Burnham. Back to Hine. Feed inside. They'll give it up to Burnham. She puts it up, can't get it. And they're going to call an offensive foul. I don't know what they got that one on.
I think they got it on Burnham.
Jordan Barlow had the ball in the low post. I don't think she used it clear out, did she? Wait a second. They're saying it's on Rose Burnham, is what they said. They said she moved her out of the way on the way towards rebounding position, and that turnover gives the basketball to Franklin College. 35-6 is our score. 29-point lead here in the second period. Franklin has not scored in the second period. Rose-Hulman playing a little bit different defense right now, as they've gone to typically a man team has gone to a zone, and he may go back on that one. Fouls picked up by Barlow on the low post, and going to the line for Franklin College will be Sarah O'Day, the sophomore from Avon.
Yeah, Coach Prevost, you're right, may go back, but when you're up 29, you can afford to switch things up a little bit.
And give somebody something else to look at, and give yourself something else to look at, too.
Exactly.
I mean, playing a different style defense. There's the first 2 points of the quarter. It's 35-8 as O'Day hits those 2 free throws. Rowan Hine to Jester, feed down inside to Barlow. She'll put it up and in.
Nice.
And that's just old UCLA high post.
It is.
Feed the ball in the low post. That's what Bill Walton used to do. He used to play the high post and feed it down inside, and they'd score off that play. 37-8, a 29-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Again, pressure in your face, tough to hit anything. Rose-Hulman has been rebounding well. That one is picked up by O'Day. She puts the shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound, it's fought for and picked up by Rose-Hulman's Jordan Barlow.
That's her 7th rebound of the game for Barlow, leading all
Fultz
players.
With that 5-foot turnaround, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to Franklin. Driving down with it is Honor. They're going out. Honor with the basketball in the low post. She'll turn around, puts it right back at her, but they're going to call the foul. Foul will go against Jester. Kaylin Jester from New Brighton, Minnesota, and you mentioned before she's probably going to think this is a nice warm gym. And we're all thinking this is pretty cold weather here in Indiana. We had that, that big cold spell hit. There were about a 35-mile-an-hour wind today when I went out to my car.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking,
very
wow.
windy. But I would not be surprised if we don't see her, Kaylin, walking in shorts outside, to the dorm after this game.
Well, I know it's been warm. Shots, that free throws up and good by Georgia Hanauer from Hartford City, Indiana. The 5'8" freshman gets her points on the board. And again, it's 37-9. Rose-Hulman with the lead. 2:12 left to go in the second period. Rowan Hine gives it up. Jamie Baum to Jester. Hine open in the corner. She'll pump, drive, cross court, open for Baum for 3. She can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Franklin.
Real nice look at the nice ball movement there by Hine to Baum.
Shots up and no good. Again, Jester with the rebound. Hine with the basketball. 1:40 left to go in the first half. Hine crossing over, driving, puts the shot up. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Herbert, you hate to even mention this, but Franklin is 0 for 16 here in this quarter. 2 of 32 just in the game from the field goal range. They've had 3 points in this quarter, all from the free throw line.
And the shot goes up and good by Rowan Hine. Again, we want to thank Crane Credit Union, Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Labor Link, Lynn's Pharmacy, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive, all sponsors for Rose-Hulman basketball this evening. It's 38-9, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Feed on the inside to Walker. She'll turn around, try to put the shot up. It's blocked. Barlow with the block. Shots up by Hine for 3. She doesn't get it to go. Tipped out, and the fast break opportunity for Franklin College. They'll kick it out. Open look for 3 by Bruner. She can't get it to go. Rebound and a reverse layup. It doesn't go. Rebound, shots up and good by Walker. First basket of the quarter, first field goal of the quarter for Franklin is a basket by Jasmine Walker with 59 seconds left to go in the first half.
A put back basket at that.
That places the field goal percentage for Franklin. They have shot, they are 1 for 20 from the floor in the second period. 1 for 20.
They are 8% for the game at this point.
That free throw goes in. It's 38-12. Rose-Hulman with a substantial lead, but more importantly, it's just defensively is where they've been doing a good job. Maya Randolph with the drive. She lost it. It'll go out of bounds. It'll still be Rose-Hulman basketball. 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 44 seconds left to go in the first half. Triggering it inbounds is Hine. Rowan Hine, they'll give it back out to Baum. Hine looking inside for Burnham on the crosser, and they threw it away.
Kind of a lazy pass.
Rowan should have shot that one.
Yeah,
she should
really
not have given the ball up, just shoot it.
She was in a good angle there where she could have easily banked it off the board, but she was trying to be nice and make that extra pass.
Here at the end of the second quarter, Peyton Miller has entered the ball game for Rose-Hulman. I want to give a shout out to her. The sophomore from Clovis, California, is seeing some playing time, and she's been in for the last couple minutes and really done a nice job there defensively. Again, 38-12, Rose-Hulman the lead. 14 seconds left to go here in the first half. Kayla Bruner at the line, a 5'7" sophomore from Baghdad, Kentucky. No, I haven't been there. Usually I get the question.
I was going to ask.
One of the other guys that we broadcast with always asks me, well, have you been there? Tell me where that one is. 10 seconds left to go in the half. Rowan Hine with the basketball. Drive, nice feed. Shots up, and she got it to go. That's Peyton Miller with the basket at the end of the first half. 40-14. Rose-Hulman with the lead going in at halftime as Peyton Miller puts in her first shot of the evening. And with that, we'll go to halftime. Again, here from Rose-Hulman on a nice cold evening here late in this first week of January. As somebody said, it gets darker all the time, and the only place it's been bright has been on the scoreboard for Rose-Hulman. 40-14 at halftime. We'll be back for more here on Indiana Sports Network.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. It's 40-14. Rose-Hulman with the lead. We're kind of in shock here because honestly, these
really
two teams are pretty evenly matched going into this ball game, and all of a sudden it was 23-6 at the end of the first quarter, and Rose-Hulman just completely took Franklin out of their offense.
They did. Just from the opening tip, they took them out of their offense. Just the pressure defense that Rose-Hulman has played has been tremendous. We didn't think it could get much better after that first quarter, and then came the second quarter. And, again, first quarter, Franklin shoots 2 of 16 from the field, and the second quarter, they are 1 of 20 from the field. As you mentioned, on the pregame show, we talked all about how both of these teams, when you look statistically, are very, very even. But clearly I don't know what Franklin team where you were looking at, but that's not the same one that we've seen all these stats coming into tonight. It's definitely a different team, and but kudos to Rose-Hulman. They're just playing just some great defense, and they're playing a very solid offensive game as well.
Well, and when you look, the key players for Rose-Hulman have been the key players in the ball game. I mean, you look at the Rowan Hines just consistently moves the basketball well. Whether she scores it or not, she runs the whole show.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not fancy or anything.
No.
She just plays basketball the way you and I probably think it should be played.
Right. And she leads both teams with 6 assists. She has 7 points, 3 or 4 from the line, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, a block.
Well, if you look at that, it's a triple-double. I mean, if you double those totals from first half to second half, she's a triple-double.
Well on her way. Right.
I mean, she's just – that's a tremendous game. It's not that she scored all the points. She distributes, she rebounds, she does everything well. She's not turning the ball over. All those things you want somebody to do as a leader, she's doing them. And then when you have put the ball in the low post and the players that Rose-Hulman has off the fast break or the pushed secondary fast break, they're scoring points at will off of the easy opportunities for layups.
Well, that's where you get, Barlow's got 11 points. Burnham has 4. And you get, we saw that 5-6 times, and where they get in that high-low post, get it down low, and for an easy bucket. And Franklin just has not had an answer for that defensively. Or offensively, for that matter. But, and also you get Baum with 11 points as well, 3 or 4 from three-point range to lead. She's the only one who's had hit a three-pointer, and she's hit 3 of them for Rose. So, again, a fun team to watch. And obviously they got to be having fun in this first half. And I'm sure Coach Brevo is not talking them up in halftime because he still got some work to do, but we know that Franklin can come out and potentially can shoot the ball.
Well, they've had some open looks at 3, but a lot of rushed looks. And all of a sudden when you find yourself behind and you're shooting threes, the threes are a little shorter, they're a little rushed. You're used to seeing pressure right away, and that's when you rush those shots. You can see they're just not in any kind of fluid motion at all. Their shooting motion is out of whack on everybody. They're either rushing shots or they have somebody's hand in the face. And we've seen multiple block shots, especially in the low post, and they're almost scared to shoot the ball there now.
Right.
And they just don't want to do it. So Rose-Hulman has really gotten defensive pressure enough that Franklin is having a tremendous trouble just shooting the basketball with nobody on them.
Yeah, and, once you get to that 15, 20-point deficit, as a player, you want to try to make that up as quickly as you can, but unfortunately there's not a 5-point shot or, in college basketball. So as a coach, you just got to keep telling them to chip away at it possession by possession. And it's going to be, again, important for Franklin to come out and try to win, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes here in this third quarter to get off to a good start to try to, again, chip into this large lead that Rose-Hulman's built.
Well, and it is a large lead, and one of those things that's going to be nice for Coach John Prevost is he has players that maybe haven't played a lot during this season, and we've seen a couple of those, Miller getting in the ball game, different players that he possibly could use. He'll use the whole bench. He'll be able to rotate people around and not have to extend playing time for players that may be banged up, bruised, have some kind of a minor thing. And you're getting those at this point in the season. You may find players with 1 or 2, a little bit of an ankle or a knee issue or whatever, and you don't have to put those in harm's way. They don't have to play as hard. They don't really have to play at all. And when you're able to do that, you're able to get healthier in the process of these. So these kind of games are really important. If you can get up on somebody like this and play it all the way through, that's really good for your team and good for your morale as well.
Yeah, for sure. Rose-Hulman in that first half, they played 8 players, 6 out of the 8 scored. And you look at Franklin, they played 13 players, and only 4 of those 13 actually scored.
But that's unusual for them.
Exactly.
The whole thing is unusual for Franklin in how they've scored the basketball throughout the entire year. Franklin has not played like this. This has to be their low point right now. And for Rose-Hulman, this may be the high point of the year as far as how well they played, especially at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
The end of that final 3 minutes of the end of the first quarter, they were just on it. They could do whatever they wanted.
And, we talked pregame about, the layoff. This is the first game that both teams have played in 2.5 weeks, and what that would look like. And for Franklin, it looks like it's been 2.5 months since they played. But for Rose, it looks like they haven't missed a beat. And so kudos to Rose-Hulman for, again, coming out on a hot start on a cold night, late night at that. And let's hope they can continue that into this second half and into the third and fourth quarters.
Well, we want to thank the Indiana Army National Guard for helping you sponsor our college basketball here on Indiana Sports Network, and it's halftime. Again, 40-14, Rose-Hulman with the lead over Franklin. We'll be back for more here on Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic crave cheeseburger.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
The Big Finish sales event is on now at York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Choose from over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles today. This month only, lock in 0% financing and no payment for 90 days. New Jeep Cherokee as low as $229 per month. New Ram 1500, $359 per month. Or sell us your vehicle for top dollar. Unwrap the savings at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Again, when we look at statistics on this one, they're pretty ugly for Franklin. There's just no way around it. 3 for 36 from the field for the entire first half. You're not going to win a ball game or even be in one. For Rose-Hulman, they're 16 of 29. That's 55% for the half. And when you shoot like that, you're going to score 35, 40 points. They've got 40 points on the board, and they could have had more. They played very well. Free throw percentage, 55% for Rose-Hulman. That's one thing. They're only 5 of 9. you add an extra 3 or 4 points, and again, you're talking 45 points in the first half. You would be on an extremely good scoring average. But even now, they're doing very well. Rebounding-wise, 24-11 on the defensive end for Rose-Hulman. Offensive rebounds, there have been a lot more for Franklin, but statistically, and this is the other bad part, they have 9 offensive rebounds to 4.
Right.
So they're leading in offensive rebounds, Franklin is, but that's because they've missed almost every shot. So you miss all those shots, there's more opportunities for a missed offensive rebound. That's why they have 9. Rose-Hulman has led from the get-go. They scored early and often. Their largest lead was 29, and it was 38-9 at that point. It's now 40-14. Again, you look almost everything you want to see. Points in the paint, 24-4, and that's where it really is. Franklin has not gotten the ball in the paint to score it. Rose-Hulman has scored at will inside the paint.
Yeah, they've scored over, obviously, half of their points have come from in the paint. Rose-Hulman, one thing they are going to have to work on is that turnover margin. Franklin had 4 turnovers in that first half. Rose-Hulman had 7. So if you want to get nitpicky on some things, and I'm sure Coach Prevost did, it's that turnover margin. Again, 7 is a little lower than what they're averaging. They're averaging about 10, I believe, per half. Rose-Hulman is. So coming in, I think you would take 7. But Franklin winning in that category, but that's not the right category you want to win in. As we know, you want to win on the scoreboard, and right at the moment, with about 30 seconds to go here in halftime, we know that the Engineers are up big, 40-14, and I fully expect them to come out strong again here in this third quarter with some pressure defense and just kind of keep it going, pedal to the metal, so to speak, here in this third quarter, and really put a dagger kind of in the Grizzlies in the third quarter, and then maybe you can play a lot of different players and ideas and zones and whatnot in the fourth quarter, but we'll see. I'm sure Franklin obviously would never like to see another half of basketball that they just play.
And again, Rose-Hulman scoring 21 points they say 21 points in the first quarter, 19 in the second. Again, shooting 69% in the first quarter, 43% in the second quarter. Rose-Hulman with the basketball to start the second half. Rowan Hine working off the double high screen. They're going to roll. Rose Burnham almost had a chance and could have thrown it in there. They're trying to get the ball in the low post. Can't do it. Jester feeds down inside. With it, shots blocked, and a rebound comes out to O'Day. O'Day with a block shot, and she'll go coast to coast down. She'll kick it back outside to Baker. Baker on the drive, and they'll have the legs stuck out. Burnham will get called for the foul. It'll be a common foul, side out of bounds for Franklin.
That'll be Burnham's third personal foul. I think Coach Prevost's going to substitute. Looks like Miller coming back in.
And I think they're doing that just to see if she's all right. But, yeah, 3 fouls right away. They want to get Rose out of the game for a little bit and kind of save her towards the end to see what happens. Ball's tipped around and stolen away. Nope, picked back up. Baker with the hustle play picked up the basketball. Nix drives, shoots. She'll go to the line. Jessica Nix, the senior from Martinsville, Indiana. And for Nix, she was 1 for 7. She has 3 points in the ball game, averaging in double figures. Gets that first shot up and in. And again, I think you're going to see some fight out of Franklin College right away here, see if they can cut into this lead.
I think you're right. They're clearly showing that early.
Double violation. Should be a jump ball, which means it's going to go out of bounds to Franklin.
Yeah, it should be out of bounds Franklin under the basket, I believe. But the officials are talking.
It's a jump ball out of bounds. There is no shot. That's correct. Helps when I
Good
used
call.
to officiate for 20 years.
It is.
It does help.
And it
Didn't
helps
say I was
that they
any
talked
good.
about it.
I didn't say I was any good at it. I just said I used
as long
to
as
do
you
it.
knew the rules.
Franklin with the basketball. They'll feed it out inside. And again,
what do we got? Travel. Or double dribble there.
Double dribble. Walker had a chance there, and Walker's had a chance to put the ball in the basket from the low post and really hasn't had a chance to get her hands on it much.
Yeah,
40 to, yeah.
Franklin's, MO this quarter is to come down low, and it's worked as far as picking up fouls, but
Bomb to Hine, and Hine dribbled it right off her foot and fell down. She's like, oh, that didn't feel good.
No, that's not what she had visioned as she was making that drive. But
couple turnovers for Rose-Hulman. Don't be surprised if you get a timeout if something like that happens again. 9 minutes left to go here in the third period. It's 40 to 15, and they're going to call a hand check foul out in front. That'll go against Jamie Baum.
That'll be Baum's third as well.
Looking inside, should have been a travel violation. Shuffled him. Nice follow that time by Jessica Nix. She just kept after it, put it up and in. And a quick 3 points for Jessica. Hine, fall away, doesn't get it. Rebound, shots up by Barlow, doesn't get it. Rebound again, and she'll go to the line. She could end up with a double-double simply by those rebounds she's had on her own shot there the last couple of them. She's got to be able to do something else that way. And we're really laughing at this because in the first half, those were all going in.
Yeah,
and
they were.
This half, they didn't. 40 to 17, a 23-point lead. It's been as high as 29.
Barlow has 11 points, 9 rebounds now. So 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Got that first free throw in.
I was beginning to wonder, Herb, if it was this basket. Because this is the basket, obviously, Franklin was trying to score on in that first period, first half.
42-17, 8:30 left to go in the third period. Baker with a basketball. Quick drive to the hole, puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out, and guess who gets it? That gives her the double-double.
It sure does. Jennifer Barlow, their 10th rebound of the night.
Myra Randolph into the ball game, gives it up, and again, Barlow had it. Double team collapse, and they'll steal the basketball. Franklin with it. Again, another turnover. Multiple turnovers for Rose-Hulman as Franklin has played much better here in the third period.
Again, Franklin's been attacking down low.
Sarah O'Day on the drive is fouled by Rowan Hine. And now we've got a little bit of foul trouble on everybody.
Yeah, that's the third foul for Rose this quarter.
And a timeout's been called. We'll take one as well. Rose-Hulman with the lead, 42 to 17.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
42-17. 4 fouls now on Rose-Hulman in the quarter. That means that Franklin will go to the line on the next foul in the bonus. Again, it's played a little different than men's basketball. That bonus happens on that fifth foul. They're going to go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, and so far, actually, Franklin has gotten the majority of their points from the free throw line.
Franklin with the basketball. And you can hear Coach Prevost starting to get a little riled up. And not that he doesn't need to be, because sometimes it's a young team.
Exactly.
And you have a big lead, and all of a sudden you just kind of relax. And that's what took place here the first few minutes of the third period. They're not playing at the same level. Rose-Hulman's not playing at the same level they did in the first and second period. Moving screen violation will have a turnover and give the basketball to Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the intensity is not the same, and credit Franklin with that. Franklin has turned up the intensity, obviously, a lot compared to that first half, and Rose-Hulman just hasn't quite reacted as you'd like to see them.
Jester feeds it down inside to Fultz, can't get it to go, and they're going to call the foul on Fultz, and going to the line will be number 23, that's Sarah O'Day. Peyton Miller's getting a lot of time here in this ball game too. She's been in the ball game here in the third period and played pretty well, but at the same time, that intensity level, as we talked about, is not there. The first and second period, Rose-Hulman, huge intensity level. Right now, that intensity level's kind of fallen off.
Yes.
O'Day puts that first free throw in. It's 42-18. Our video technician for today's ball game is Keith Lawson. We are produced and directed by Tony Harper. Our camera operators, Kanan Harper, Noah Gastineau, and Dakota Schonsler. In this one, Rowan Hine with the basketball. Looking for the cutter. Can't get it. Gives it up to Jester. Jester with the drive. Hard drive. She'll go to put it up. She's tied up. Give it up to Fultz.
My goodness.
Hine has it stolen away. O'Day on the drive. She'll drive. Shoots. A lot of bodies crashing the floor now, and we'll have a held ball. Possession arrow favors Rose-Hulman.
Boy, a lot of skin-on-skin contact there down near the Rose-Hulman basket, but no call. It's made. And
letting everybody play on this one, trying to run that clock down or something. It's 42-19. Rose-Hulman with the lead. 6:41 left to go in the third period.
Officials would like to get home before midnight as well, I guess.
Myra Randolph with the basketball, crossover. She'll drive, nice feed inside, but she just missed her. Had an open look for, in this case, Fultz, but just couldn't get her the basketball. With the drive is Jenna Loudon. She'll back it up and set the offense for Franklin College. Hands it off to Shelby Anderson. To O'Day, hooks it up and doesn't get it to go. Rebound, tipped around and fought for. Fultz will have the basketball. They'll say it's a foul. They'll go the other direction. Allie Fultz, the sophomore from Centralia, Illinois, battling on that one. Helped pick up that rebound. Again, 42-19. 6 minutes left to go in the third period. And now full court pressure being applied by Franklin College. Here we go.
Rose is just playing, again, they playing like they've been out for 2 weeks this half.
Hines splits it, drives. Fultz for two, got it.
There you go.
Allie Fultz.
That's a nice way to.
With the drive and a steal by Hine. Lead pass to Fultz. Fultz in the open court, pump, and they're going to call the traveling violation. Said she stepped through on it. So that turnover will give the ball back to Franklin. A 44-19 score, 25-point lead. More substitutions for Franklin. Taylor James comes into the ball game.
Although there was a turnover on Fultz, with that travel, it really was two good back-to-back possessions for the Engineers. The best two they've had here this third quarter.
Georgia Hanauer, is in the ball game. Kicked outside, shots up and good as Franklin College scores. And that one is 25, Sydney Doan, the freshman from Greencastle, scores. Maya Randolph to Fultz, and they'll get it across the 10-second line. Hind feed inside, that's a nice play.
Ooh.
Go, a lot of foul contact, nothing called. Turnover, turn back over. Loose ball all over the place. Jenna Loudon ends up with it. She'll kick it to the corner. Wide open shots, up, no good. Rebound, fought for, and picked up by Jordan Barlow.
It's kind of a hot mess out there, Herb. But
pretty tough things. A lot of contact, a lot of stuff going on. They're going to feed it inside to Barlow, and they're going to call the foul prior to the shot. 44-21. Rose-Hulman with the lead, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. Timeout's been called. Again, Rose-Hulman with the lead. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Gen Z is a stalled generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
44-21's our score. 4:34 left to go here in the third period. Rose-Hulman with a basketball.
And if Mrs. Robinson is watching this late at night,
Super fan.
Yeah.
Talking about that one, Jordan Barlow with the basket off the inbounds play, and Rose-Hulman needed that when the score's back up to 25-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Shelby Anderson into the ball game, and they're going to try to figure that one up. They got an open look for Hine, and nobody found her, and almost turned it over to Fultz. Now back over. And they did turn it over. Lazy passes, and I'm telling you, Prevost is hot on the sideline. He's like, go into the ball game. And they just sent him in. And here it comes. We've been waiting all year for it. It's all five. And I'm not talking about just the all five, but for us, Nosa Igihan is in the ball game. So Nosa comes into the ball game. First time we've seen her all year.
Yeah, number 54.
And
the Engineers on the far side there.
Her freshman year, she played a lot. She's an outstanding athlete. And when I say that, probably the best track athlete in the entire conference in multiple events. And just had a really good freshman year playing basketball. Wanted to concentrate a little bit more on her studies. Didn't play this last year. But this gives Rose-Hulman an athlete in the middle. There's some movement of the ball as into the ball game. Desiree Webster handling the basketball right there. Kicks it over to Lumen. I say it's out of bounds. Rose-Hulman basketball. They'll get it here. 46-23. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Rose Burnham will take the ball out of bounds. Giving up right now, Jamie Baum back into the ball game. They'll give it up to Lumen. Lumen to Webster. To Burnham. Looking inside, they'll give it back up. Open look, they had a chance at it. Shots up, no good. Rebound. Lumen had it and pulled out by Rose Burnham, and they'll pull it back out. She traveled with it, but no call. Inside, shots up and no good by Baum, and the rebound comes out to Franklin College, Georgia, Hanauer. Loudon kicks it up, three-point shots up, and no good. And rebound, Nosa Izihan with the block out. And she had a great block out, so much so that they're going to call the foul on over the back. Maddie Barnes gets called for the foul. And Nosa is going to have a chance to go shoot some free throws.
Yeah, as soon as that ball went in the air, Nosa turned her back and blocked her out. And
really blocked her out.
Yeah.
Too. There's no way you're going to get around that one.
There was not.
So Nosa will go to the line. Again, 3:08 left to go in the third period. 46-23. And Nosa misses that one big time. She'll probably talk about that one when she goes back to the dorm,
too. It's always difficult to, shoot your first free throw of the year. Much rather have an easy layup or something.
Makes it a lot easier. 47-23, Rose-Hulman with the lead. And again, pressure defense by the players in for Rose-Hulman. Anderson gave it up in the corner, picked back up by Anderson. Feeds it out to Barnes. Barnes with the drive, puts it up, and they're going to call the foul.
Not sure who they're going to call that foul on.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
They called it on Nosa was a good 3 feet away from her, and they're going to call the foul on her. Shots up and no good. Again, 47-23, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Third period, 2:43 left to go in this period. Shots up, no good. Rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman's Lowen. Over the other side is Webster. Back out.
Nice ball movement.
Everybody's a little bit excited here, can you tell?
They are. They're
just a little bit too excited. They're going to call another foul. And going to the line this time will be Rose Burnham. Avery Lumen has got into the ball game, and she's really played quite well here in her time on the floor. But that scoring that Rose-Hulman was getting at 19 and 20 points a quarter is now down to 7. They just haven't scored the ball like they had in the first 2 periods. And part of that's just from the turnovers.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Burnham puts the second free throw in. It's 48-23.
Franklin leads the quarter at the moment, 9-8.
Almost stolen away by Webster. They're running that weave out in front. Man defense, and Webster's going to try to lock her down. Loudon gave it up to Barnes. Barnes will try to turn the corner on Igihan. Loudon kicks it outside. With the spin on the inside is Hanauer. Can't get the shot to go, and the rebound comes up, and she's out of bounds. So stepping on the out-of-bounds line was Shelby Anderson. And Rose-Hulman will have the basketball. 48-23, trying to get the ball in on that full court pressure. Webster will try to break it. They'll give it up. Nosa Igihan with the ball, back outside as they give it to Jamie Baum. To Webster.
I would love to see them give it to Nosy down low on the block and let her spin around.
Open look and a shot knocked down by Rose Burnham. 50-23, Rose-Hulman.
But when you get an open shot for Burnham, you might as well take it. She did a great job there.
And they're going to call a foul. They'll call the blocking foul on Nosa Igihan. And
picks up her second foul.
So substitutions in for Franklin College as a lot of starters back in, a lot of players back in that we've seen before. Bailey Gibson back in. Jasmine Walker. Libby Baker couldn't get that shot to fall. It's, again, 50-23, 1:17 left to go in the third period. Misses both of them. They're going to call lane violation on
somebody.
They called it on Nosa Igihan, I think.
Oh, did they?
So they'll give her another free throw attempt. Baker puts this shot up and in. Bomb to Webster and right up the side. Igihan with the basketball. Webster with it. Open look, give and go.
Cut,
Put it up, a great cut and a great pass. And Jamie Baum scores an easy layup. It's 52-24. Under a minute left to go in the third period.
It's a great cut there by Baum. Great awareness.
Deliver those passes. Three-point shot attempt is no good by Kayla Bruner. And the officials just talked to two players and said it's just too rough both sides.
Yeah, I think it was getting a little chippy.
They called it out and said stop it.
No foul or anything like that, but just a stern talking to.
Webster breaks the pressure on the drive. She'll put it up and doesn't get it, but she'll be fouled and she'll go to the line to shoot two. And all of a sudden, right towards the end of this quarter, Rose-Hulman has scored basket after basket, just like they did in the first half. Desiree Webster, the 5'7" junior from Powder Springs, Georgia, is at the line. And again, shot opportunities. Everybody's getting a chance to play in this one. So Desiree will get that second opportunity. Puts it up and in, and it's 53-24. Rose-Hulman with the lead. .27 seconds left to go in the third period. 17 on that shot clock, driving down the lane, and they'll try to reverse it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock, in the lane, shots up and no good. They'll call the foul. Looks like it's going to go against Nosa Igihan. So she's going to get another one, and she's not going to feel good about any of those foul calls.
No, she has been in the game, it looks like about 4 minutes, and she's going to have 3 personal fouls, and I'm not quite sure she deserved any of them.
But that's basketball. That's what happens. Again, giving those opportunities. At the line is Jasmine Walker. Missed the first one, misses the second one, and 10 seconds left to go here in the third period.
Let's get a shot
Jamie
off
Baum, and she's going to get fouled on the outside. It's a hand check, and going to line will be number 23, and that's Jamie Baum. Jamie with 13 points on the evening. Leading scorer for Rose-Hulman is Jordan Barlow with 15. Another point goes in. It's 54-24. Lead now the largest of the game at 30 points. Make it 31. It's 55-24. 5.5 seconds left to go, and Webster playing great defense. They don't even get the shot off. That was great defense by Desiree Webster. And we'll go to the fourth period. Rose-Hulman leads at the end of 3, 55-24.
Hey, this is Todd Hine with LaborLink. The federal unemployment benefits have ended. However, there has never been a better job market in history. This puts you in an incredible position. Go to golaborlink.com and apply now. We have many jobs available, but they will fill up fast due to demand. Hey, take advantage of the job market and start work right away with LaborLink.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And again, we want to thank the Indiana Army National Guard for coming alongside Indiana Sports Network and sponsoring our broadcast of college sports here on Indiana Sports Network. 55-24 is our score at the end of 3 periods. Franklin will have the basketball to start the 4th period, and they trail by 31. Baker with the basketball.
You know, that was Rose-Hulman's worst quarter of the night, shooting at 40%, but it was Franklin's best, shooting at 20%.
And at the start of the quarter, Franklin was outplaying Rose-Hulman for about 7 or 8 minutes. Then all of a sudden, Rose-Hulman turned it on and scored basically 15 points in that, or 15 points in the 3rd period. Burnham with the basketball in the corner. She'll drive, spins, puts a shot up and in. They're going to call an offensive foul on her. And, you know, that's not all bad for Rose, because for Rose Burnham, even though she picks up her 4th foul, that was a great offensive, power, strong, I'm going to take the ball to the basket move that Rose needs to do every now and then.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely a strong move, and
sometimes that happens when you have that strong move, but for her,
right,
that's one of those things, well, hey, I can do this. And so that's a really good move for Rose. Pull-up shot is no good by Bruner. Rebound and kicked back around the horn, and giving that opportunity to see if they can score this one. They give it inside to Walker. Walker faced up, spin, puts the shot up, doesn't get it to go, but that's a nice move by Jasmine Walker, the 6-foot freshman from Jeffersonville. Barlow picks up her 2nd personal.
You know, Franklin has come out and played with a lot more intensity, just even from the bench standpoint. This second half, it may be obviously a little too late, but you like to see as a coach they're still fighting. They're not giving up.
Walker will get that 2nd shot. She doesn't get it, and a rebound comes out to Abby Fultz. Hine pushes it up. Fultz open, but she'll pull it around and move it around the horn. Webster. Hine, feed inside to Barlow. It's tipped out of bounds. We want to thank Crane Credit Union, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, LaborLink, Lynn's Pharmacy, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive, all sponsors for this evening's ball game. Substitutions back in for Rose-Hulman as several players take a seat. Maya Randolph had that open look, probably should have taken it. Jester, feed inside, forced feed, shots up by Abby Fultz, doesn't get it, and a rebound. It'll go the other direction. They're going to call the foul on Hine on the rebound, such that Rowan Hine went over the back.
Yeah, Rowan's 2nd foul. She has 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists tonight.
With the drive down the lane and not getting it to fall was Maddie Barnes. Rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. Maya Randolph with it. On the outside is Abby Fultz. She'll try to turn the corner, gives it up. Randolph, spin, drive, down the lane, puts the shot up, and she's going to go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Nice spin move there by Randolph. She is yet to score tonight. has been a big contributor on the defensive end. See if she can get into the scoring column with these 2 free throws.
Well, again, we haven't seen Nola Wilson. There are several other, there's always this rotation in what we're going to see in college basketball, depending on what's going on this year, especially in the HCAC. We're going to see teams play without 1 or 2 players for a period of time. It could be COVID related. It couldn't be. And we don't know what it is at a certain point, and nobody's allowed to tell them. But at the same time, each team is going to go through one of those situations where somebody's not going to play for a while, whether it's injury or whatever is going on.
Yep.
And that's one of the things Franklin's going through tonight. And with Rose-Hulman, they're going through it at certain points. And you've got to be able to just handle what's going on and see what you can get done. Abby Foltz with the block on that shot. Rowan Hine, lead pass. They'll give it up to Jester, and she lost it. That's one of those where it's very difficult to have that lead pass that goes over somebody's
right over
head.
the top. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
hard to catch and hard to function with.
Sure is. Just kind of laughed it off. And
go to the other.
You're right. Going back to, players are going to be out. This season is going to be, have its ups and downs, and it's which team can adapt the best. And you're seeing that in the NFL. You're seeing that in all sports now.
And that was a held jump ball as the shot was tried and attempted by Sydney Doan, the freshman from Greencastle, and literally Rowan Hine just grabbed the basketball, and so Doan, just the push of trying to shoot the basketball, put her on the floor. It wasn't any mean play or anything. It's just a held ball. Possession arrow favored Rose-Hulman and the Fighting Engineers with the basketball. 7:15 left to go in the ball game. A 56-24 lead for the Fighting Engineers.
Yeah, again, at that 32-point lead, largest of the game for the Engineers.
With the drive, scoops it up, and scoring the basket is Myra Randolph, and the sophomore from Westerville, Ohio.
Picks up her first field goal, 3 points on the night for Myra.
Rebound comes out, and there's the one of those things where you're going to have a learning curve right there. When you grab the basketball on a rebound, you don't pull it down and put it down below your waist because somebody's going to grab the ball, and that's exactly what happened that time to Kaylin Jester. It's one of those chin the ball, turn around, and outlet the pass.
That's right.
With the basketball is O'Day.
Oh, nice block.
Shot blocked and should have been out of bounds, and that's what he called.
Oh.
That is a correct call. And when I say that, Allie Fruits was out, did not establish herself as she came back in. You have to have both feet down. She only got one of them down and tipped the basketball. It's a good effort in what's going on, but the possession
arrow.
Yeah, it was
a great block. But she I was more impressed by that.
And the officials are discussing this one.
No, they're discussing what they're going to get at Sonic after the game.
I don't know. They're going to actually what they're looking at is a shot clock. I can almost guarantee it's a shot clock. And we'll see. Yeah, and they're going to call blocking foul on Allie Foltz. So Allie gets called for a block. Almost in the bonus situation now, getting closer to it. Fourth foul. Next one will put Franklin at the line. 58-24. They're going to feed it in the low post. Trying to get that shot up was Jenna Loudon, and she wasn't able to do it. Gives it back out to O'Day, who drives the lane, puts the shot up. Rebound, and it's kicked out. Here comes Hine with a full race down. And see, Rowan Hine wants everybody else to score. She should have just taken that one in and laid it in the hole.
Yeah, that's the second or third time that
she's a true teammate. She probably to right now a detriment. She's like, oh, I've got enough points. Here, you score this.
Right.
She needs to put that one right up. She's in the lead. You don't want to throw it back to score it.
She had a much better angle, too.
Yep. Foltz couldn't get that duck under move to go, and rebound comes out to Franklin College. Hanauer gave it off to Loudon. Loudon gave it off to O'Day. O'Day, cross court, really nice pass, got that one through, couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. Barlow gave it up to Randolph, and Randolph looking inside, had Barlow, did it late, kicked it back. Randolph with the drive, shots up, doesn't get it to go.
Ooh, another tough stretch of basketball here.
We say tough stretch because there's not a lot going on scoring-wise for either team. It's tough to watch and tough to play. There's a hand check, and going to the line for Hanover will be number 22 in Georgia Hanauer. Substitutions in. Rose Burnham in the ball game again, and so is Jamie Baum.
Burnham with 4 fouls coming in. So we'll see.
But Burnham tends to handle everything well as far as like handling the basketball well, and she just kind of steadies the whole offense. 58-25 as that free throw is made. We want to thank our transportation specialists for Indiana Sports Network, and that's York Automotive. They have 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. 5:20 left to go in the ball game, and it's a 32-point lead. Hine pulls up and doesn't get the shot to fall. She had an open look, and instead they'll pull it back out. Jamie Baum. Crossover. Looks to drive, has an open look in Rose Burnham from 15. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped up. Burnham gets it up and in. Or Barlow, excuse me. Jordan Barlow puts that one up and in.
Jordan Barlow with 17 points, 16 rebounds, I believe.
Shots up and no good by Avery Phelps.
Nice
as
defense.
Tipped out of bounds. And timeout's been called. We'll take one. It's Rose-Hulman with the lead, 60-26.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 1 crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic crave cheeseburger.
I'm Ryan Luce with State Farm in Clinton, Indiana.
We're here to help life go right for you and your family.
Our team takes pride in helping families in the Wabash Valley with all of their insurance and financial needs.
We are here to make your claims process simple, like a good neighbor.
You are watching HCAC women's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
Stupid. Welcome back to Rose-Hulman. 60-26, Rose-Hulman with the lead. Women's basketball. 2 of these teams were 3-1 coming in. They're both 3-1, and we expected a really tight ball game. And to Rose-Hulman's credit, they've just dominated the ball game in almost all phases. And it has a 60-26 lead with 4:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Loudon with the drive, can't get it to go, and it's tipped out of bounds. She just lost it out of bounds. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. 4:30 left to go in the ball game.
I know Coach Prevost would love to end this game, on a high note. They've looked pretty sloppy in that third quarter, and it's been tough here this fourth quarter as well. They've only scored 5 points so far for Rose-Hulman.
But again, their scoring totals are about where they're supposed to be. Avery Phelps with that shot, can't get it to go. And shots up, and they'll cut that one down to 32. But again, Franklin has substitutes into the ball game now too.
Once you scored 21 in that first quarter, There's not many times you're going to score 21 in a quarter or 19 as they did in the second quarter.
Rowan Hine will go to the line to shoot free throws. She has 7 points. She's had 7 points since the first half. And realistically, she likes to make everybody else better. And you can just see how she plays the game. Makes everybody better. Everybody feels better because she plays. No one's gonna say, well, she's the ball hog. She doesn't know. She's the leader.
Right. Yep.
And she is the leader both in almost every category as she steps to the line and puts that free throw in.
Yes, she has 8 assists tonight, and the next closest is Jester with 3 as far as assists go.
Well, she was close. If she'd have played the second half the way she did the first, she'd have been in a triple-double. She played so well in that first half. 8 points now on the night for Rowan. Open look, feed inside to Jester, puts the shot up, no good. See, there was another opportunity for what you and I would say a nice assist. Didn't fall, but she just makes everybody play basketball to the better of the team. That makes a big difference.
It sure does.
Outside is Jamie Baum. Baum puts the runner up and in.
Nice
little left-handed move.
Left-handed runner, yeah, I like that by Baum.
3 minutes left to go in the ball game. It's 63-28. Rose-Hulman with the lead. Sarah O'Day with the drive, left hand step put right back in her face by Jamie Baum.
Jamie's got 17 now to tie Barlow for lead scores. Jamie has 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block.
Jamie Baum will set the offense, gives it up to Webster, who check into the ball game. Feed now down low inside to Lumen. She'll put the shot up and in. Avery Lumen, the junior from Muncie, puts the shot up and in. And it's 65-28. So just an opportunity to get some players in the ball game at a certain point.
Yeah,
and it's really nice because Rose-Hulman did not have a huge contingent of players last year. It made it very difficult for them to practice everything else. Right now, they've got a good group of players who are playing hard, and they're going to gain possession of second place in the conference by themselves with this win tonight. 66-28 is our score. And again, Rose-Hulman, a statement game tonight, potentially, showing people that they can play basketball with anybody in the conference. Spinning drive and a great move on the inside by Georgia Hanauer.
Also making a statement that it doesn't matter what time of day the game is.
No.
Or they are game to play.
Phelps picks up the foul for Franklin. In substitution comes in as Myra comes back into the ball game. Myra Randolph, the 5'5" sophomore guard from Westerville, Ohio, back in. Baum to Webster. Randolph thought about the three.
Yeah, she did.
She thought about that one a long time.
10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Crossed over, given up, a three-point shot's no good and out of bounds as Peyton Miller couldn't find the range on that one. But again, the bench is played. Everybody's gotten a chance to play. And 66 points on the board.
Everyone has scored for Rose-Hulman.
It's a good night when everybody scores and they're all playing well. Rebound comes out to Baum. 1:30 left to go in the ball game.
Baum with 3 for 5 from three-point range. The only one.
Randolph
I was getting ready to
nails the three.
I was going to say, Baum was the only one with a three-pointer. She had 3 of them until that one right there by Randolph.
69-30. And again, a big lead for Rose-Hulman at the end of this ball game. A minute left to go in the ball game. Shelby Anderson will give it up. Shots up and no good by Misty Kimberlin, a freshman from Austin, Indiana. And she'll go to the line and shoot free throws. Nosa Igihan into the ball game will replace Jamie Baum, who takes the seat. Jamie Baum, the freshman from Los Altos, California, another quality, big-time ball game for the freshman.
Yeah, she does not play like a freshman at all. Clearly making a statement for freshman of the year potential in the conference.
17 points for Jordan Barlow and Jamie Baum, both 17 points each in this win for Rose-Hulman. 69-31 as Myra Randolph has the basketball. She'll drive, try to pull up, step back three.
That was a heat check there.
Yep, and she knocked her out of bounds. Igihan with the basketball. Randolph feeds it inside to Webster, and they tried to get Webster to lay up, and nobody's more upset about that than Nosa Igihan. She wanted to see her score. 69-31, Rose-Hulman with the lead. 33 seconds left to go in the ball game. Just a few seconds off the shot clock. They'll give it up to Shelby Anderson, back outside. And again, the freshman Georgia Hanauer has played a lot of ball for Franklin and played very well. 3-point shots up and no good. Rebound comes out. Hanauer again, can't get it to go. Tipped around. Rebound, Igihan. Webster, and they're going to pull it out. And that's your ball game. 69-31. Rose-Hulman with the victory tonight. And they will raise their record to 6-4 on the season. 4-1 in HCAC play. Franklin will fall to 4-7 and 3-2 in HCAC play. And coming into this one, there were two teams that have that were in second place, and that was both Rose-Hulman and Franklin. So Rose-Hulman will maintain second place with a 4-1 record. Transylvania is still undefeated in conference play at 4-0 and 11-0 overall. But that also distances Rose-Hulman from several of the other teams within the conference.
Yeah, it really does. You know, we knew this was a big conference matchup early in the conference season. And, again, coming into tonight, we thought these two teams would be very evenly matched. But Rose-Hulman just, had the pedal to the metal early in that first quarter and the first half and really just set the tone for the entire game.
And when you're looking at things, Rose-Hulman has just had the opportunity to play basketball with this group of players just this year. I mean, it's not like this is built. This is just immediately had several ball players come in, add depth, add passion, add emotion, and add offensive firepower is very evident in compared to what it was last year.
Yeah.
They can score the basketball.
And as we have said, they're a young group, but the core nucleus is getting better each and every game that they play together. Tonight, they were led by Barlow and Baum, both with 17. Barlow had a double-double with 17 points and 14 rebounds. Hine was real close to a double-double as well, but she had 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. She really could have had the triple-double, as we mentioned. She played so well in that first half. Again, Baum had 17 points, 7 rebounds. Kester had 3, Burnham had 7, Webster had 1, Randolph 6, Miller 2, Fultz 4, Lumen 3, and Igihan 1. So again, every Rose-Hulman player was able to get in the scorebook tonight in that scoring column. And just overall, again, a little sloppy at times in that third and fourth quarter, but overall just a great performance by the Rose-Hulman Engineers.
So again, Rose-Hulman comes in 3-1 on the season in the conference, now 4-1. They're in second place in the conference all by themselves.
Yep.
What a huge improvement over last year's team. They're playing well. things look very good. And for us here at Indiana Sports Network, the next time we're going to broadcast a ball game is going to be, again, these same ladies as they're going to take on Manchester College next Wednesday evening at a 7:30 start. Again, our next broadcast will be next Wednesday against Manchester College, against Rose-Hulman here in women's basketball. 7:30 at home here at Rose-Hulman, and we'll have all that exciting action for you here on Indiana Sports Network. For my partner, Troy Fears, I'm Herb King. We'll say so long, and again, Rose-Hulman wins 69-31.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.